new sports, etc. But now sort of in a more stage where packaging this offering to the players. I think there's still yet a lot to come, and that's what many of our operators now on the network are starting to explore. They see that sort of our promise of empowerment all the way in the sales cycle, that it actually holds true, and once live they can put a few developers and actually start implementing quite interesting things.
Going away from developers, operators are always talking about their need to differentiate. How is Kambi kind of provided? What kind of levers are we providing operators with in order to differentiate in different areas across the product? So we're providing the base product, but what kind of levers are we giving them to do more?
The user interface is probably the area with that potentially can have the biggest impact, I'd say. And also from the operator side, probably the bigger investment when it comes to differentiation. There we would allow the operator everything from taking a very good turnkey solution where Kambi builds everything, and of course we brand it and we skin it and we adapt it to fit the brand. But from a technical perspective, they really don't do anything at all. And this keeps evolving as the overall Kambi product evolves. So from there, it's really a spectrum where you as an operator can choose where you want to be, all the way to building the full front end yourself. What we find now, having had this system available for about 2 years, is that we find operators that, so far at least, they stay quite far left to the spectrum. They use most of Kambi, but they replace a few components. Landing page probably being what we often recommend is probably a good way to start. You can make a big impact here. You can really represent your brand with quite limited work by adapting the landing page, and you can create something relevant to the type of end user segment you're focusing on by just adapting that with very limited resources. Then we also have a group of operators now that are very far to the right, where really the only thing they haven't built themselves is an actual bet slip. So that's an area where they have identified that this is quite a big investment, it's a lot of complexity. We will let Kambi run with that. It works really well. It's not the area where differentiation or innovation maybe necessarily need to be prioritized right now. So that saves them quite a lot of, in this case, front-end resources to focus on other things. So that's sort of the UI spectrum. Another area that we think is very important, of course, is around the offering and the pricing. So in our model, the operator essentially can, with our price differentiation system, they can choose what type of level of payback they want to give. They can trust a general setting by Kambi for all the 10,000s of offer, and they can really target specific leagues or countries where they want to either be even more competitive, maybe market high, or where they want to take potentially a bit more margin, where they're not so interested, where it more is a sort of hygiene part of the offering. So with that, they can really profile their sportsbook. Then a bit connected to this price differentiation, I think, is a bonus system. So, I mean, we see that the operator strategy can be how to win market share can vary quite a lot. Some operators will want to lead with high prices. I think that's how they will reward their players, and a certain type of player is going to be attracted to that, and probably spend less money on rewards and loyalty and bonusing. I would think that type of strategy probably attracts the a bit more advanced segment of the market, and today probably a bit more lucrative segment of the market. Other operators will have strategies where they don't think for their target segment the key is not necessarily whether you have 185 or 188. the key maybe